Welcome to We Talk Wrestling. I'm Dell Gold.
And I'm Marcely.
This week we do not have Jay. He is absent from the show this week. I don't know what happened. He just couldn't make it.
He just couldn't make it. He just couldn't make it.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah, he's a part-timer, yo.
He's gonna probably live in the we can jump into it. We talked about Raw last night.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw. So,
my man, the main thing that stood out to me is just the tag team stuff. So, like, with you got Judgment Day having a little storyline with the Bloodline, and you got Imperium getting involved with like the Sammy and Kev. That's the type of storytelling that I prefer. And NXT used to do a lot of stuff like that too. You have like multiple feuds going on at the same time.
Triple H running the show.
Exactly.
Yes.
But there's been questions on, how involved has Vince McMahon been since he came back?
I don't think he got that much like creative control over what goes on the air at this point. I just think he's just part of the WWE.
My man, the thing is, like, his ego is so crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? His ego is so crazy. I feel like he's the type of person who would be like, all right, no, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not part of the show. And then he's like, but.
You watch Snowfall, right?
Nah. Yeah, I'm fucking up.
When Frank was like, I built this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I built this shit, and I'll be damned.
Exactly. Or like Scarface, like, who put this shit together? Me. That's who. Word. And I mean,
be part of this shit somehow.
Yeah, some people was like, yo, Vince McMahon is in it until he dies. Like, that's just it.
Believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, he gotta go before he lets that shit go. And I mean, I get it. Because if I put that much time and effort and like blood, sweat, and tears into something, and then like y'all catch me for fucking around, and then y'all try to take everything away from me.
I think they see him. I think he know like certain people trying to push him out the door.
Yeah.
That's why he's trying to do this shit with like all the moves he's trying to make was like selling the company and shit like that. Like, I think he know. Like,
yeah,
he ain't stupid.
He petty as fuck. I mean, and that's another thing that I get. I got respected because I'm a petty motherfucker too when I want to be. But it's just crazy because he knows what the internet is saying. I know he knows what the internet is saying. He knows that people don't fuck with his ideas. People don't like him like that.
But he got somebody that do that internet shit for him.
Yeah.
He coming back like, yo, Vince.
I couldn't imagine.
Tell that ass.
Exactly.
Man, yo.
Couldn't imagine being the person who had to deliver like bad news to him, because it's probably like some, first it might be some intern fucking come with paper shaking and shit like, Mr. McMahon, I have the results. I have the ratings from last week.
Ooh, you know what your boy did?
I know, right? I think I seen some.
Let's draw a recap.
Yeah.
What can we start out? The Raw recap. I like what they did with Walter Gunther. I like Gunther. They put him like right on the top tier type time, coming out talking this shit, and then doing the Battle Royal. The Battle Royal, seeing all the new faces they got.
Some old new faces.
Yeah, like fucking Apollo.
Apollo, yeah.
That shit fucked me up because Corey Graves said in the show, he was like, I can't wait to see what Apollo Crews brings to money.
Yeah,
you just seen him.
He was like, on the TV already.
That shit fucked me up.
That's like when you realize a script is fucked up. You just gotta come on, man. You just use your head, use your senses, yo.
Corey just was going by the book. I mean, and I like Corey Graves too. He fucking good.
Yeah, he good. But Apollo, he don't got that African accent no more. You know what I mean? That shit was crazy. That was crazy. That Nigerian accent. And then that shit just went away. I am a Nigerian prince. Yeah, he lost that shit,
they
though.
built some storylines in it, too. With JD Madonna. And you know what? That's another thing I wanted to hit on, man. Like, I'm so tired of them doing Dolph Ziggler dirty, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dolph Ziggler is a Grand Slam champion. Like, that shit, and he always the dude that get beat the fuck up for the new guy to come.
Straight up.
It's like yo, we called JD Madonna up. Now we gotta like build his character. Let's call Dolph so he can fuck Dolph up.
Yeah, like, just Dolph can put him over.
Yo, Dolph is one of the best workers that they got on the roster.
Right, and he's good on the mic. Like he's a like total package. He's a total package type of cat. But like
former Grand Slam champion. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like that shit is they be doing Dolph dirty. I think they don't even doing dirty. Is because he do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like real shit.
He's like, oh, you think you funny?
He got a little side job of doing stand-up. Just telling jokes. Like,
yeah. It's like, yo, you think
you bashing WWE either.
Right. He probably talking about just like, you know what it's like being a dad?
And then he do that to Mick Foley. Mick Foley did comedy.
Yeah, he did.
To Mick. Like, that's fucked up, bro.
It's because he started making bread. Anytime anybody's making bread on the side, Vince is like, no. Let me get like 90% of that.
Then the shocking win by fucking Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I was even looking for Riddle to win or Ricochet.
Yeah.
That's who I thought was going to win the joint. Then I thought about it, like, okay, I see what they doing. Because Night of Champions is in Saudi.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah. I guess they.
Yeah, they got okay. You're right. So you push Mustafa Ali so he could just have that one match.
Fucking chop the hell.
He going
Saudi,
right. And then Mansoor probably gonna get put over just cause maximum male models.
That shit was funny in the Battle Royal.
That shit funny. No, it's working. I think if they just keep on doing what they've been doing, it's going over. People fucking with it, and it's funny.
Cheer. Well, Otis and Chad eliminated. What's the one with the locks, the black? What was it?
Yeah, Mansoor. No, not Mansoor. Marcely. It was Mace, but yeah, we know.
He was on the floor. He's like, what are you like? He had the face like, what are you cheering for? Yo, then he caught it. And he turned. He just dropped that shit.
It's working. I did not think it was gonna work, but they making it work. And you just keep pushing it with Otis. That shit would be funny.
Yeah, Mustafa won. And he on one streak right now as well.
It's been a long ass time too, because my man was losing every single week, sometimes twice a week. He was another guy who was just putting people over. But
he was just going to ride out his contract and then go to AEW. That's what I thought he was going to do.
That's what he wanted to do for a minute, but I think they just negotiated some shit. It was like when he publicly, as like I think on Twitter, he said something like a couple years ago and was saying that he was waiting for his contract to be over or something like that.
He was going to slide.
He was about to slide, and then like he was on TV like the next SmackDown, and then they like gave him a good match. He got a win, and then like ever since then he ain't say shit. So
what has happened on Raw? The Becky Lynch and
Trish.
This match has been made for Night of Champions.
I think that shit gonna be trash. I'm sorry. I think it's gonna be trash. Cause I don't think Trish still got it like that.
Over the weekend, I had a wrestling conversation with some friends of mine, and like it was my homie. I think we talked about this where like one of my homies is a wrestling fan, a big wrestling fan. He knows his wrestling, but he had a homie with him that I just met that day, and he was a wrestling. He's a wrestling fan too. So, like everything that we was talking about, he would just cut in, and then he would like spit some bullshit. Like the motherfucker said back in the day, his favorite female wrestler was Trish Stratus. Okay, cool. That's your favorite female wrestler back in the day. Now that's your pick,
right?
But he said she was the best worker.
Not even. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This was trash.
She was not good.
Like
she made improvements from when she first, but still was slow. Right.
Slow as fuck. Like,
super slow. You could tell she's thinking of every move. You know what I'm saying?
So
and
when
it's
he
like
said that shit, so I'm like,
nah.
So you telling me she was the best worker back in the day? He's like, yeah.
Nah.
So I had hit you with some shit like, so you telling me she was a better in-ring performer than Jacqueline?
Right. Not even. No way.
Like,
no way. Not definitely not China.
I didn't even want to say China.
Nah,
China was at the top.
Right.
She was wrestling a minute.
Right.
So, China got
Victoria. Nope.
Come on, bro. Like, Trish.
You could just go down the list.
She was just a pretty face.
Yep.
Then, of course, she had got the boob job.
Yeah, right.
And then that's why I was done with the conversation where my man had said, I mean, she ain't get like really good until after the boob job and working with Tess and Albert. Like,
right, yeah, right.
That was. I feel like he was on point with that. And then my man said, "No, she always had boobs like that."
Nah.
I was like, bro. I looked at my man. Was like, I'm done talking, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, he can't go no further.
Nah, you could pick pretty much every woman during that era.
Cool.
You could find a before and after picture of them because like you already know what was up back then. Like
Molly Holly, like
yes.
wasn't a better in-ring performer than Molly Holly. Like, come on.
Nope.
Like,
Ivory, no way. No way. There's a long list of wrestlers that are better than her.
I put Trish with Tori.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy
Keibler, right? She had the roundhouse kick because she had the long ass legs, but that was it.
I didn't think they really wanted to be like wrestlers. I think they wanted to be more like valets.
Right,
they pushed into the scene because there wasn't that many women wrestlers.
Right.
So
and Vince was like, "Oh, I want bikini matches," and then that shit was so out of pocket.
That's why I think Jacqueline, Jazz, Ivory, and Molly Holly was in the wrong era.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They would have they was really workers. Yeah, they really worked. Yeah. They were wrestlers, and you could tell that they had like the training.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, Molly Holly trained with Macho Man.
Yeah.
Like then Macho Man brought her into WCW as Miss Madness.
Right.
And she trained Gorgeous George.
Yeah, right. Gorgeous George. She was another bad one, but I don't know how much
Molly
she did. Yeah. Exactly. But you could see like every single one of them, they was training with like some legit people. Yeah. And then like
Macho found Molly down there in Florida because he was living in Florida. And he checked out. I've been watching the story.
Oh yeah.
So that's how she got her break. Fucking with Macho Man.
Macho Man
opened the door for a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, on the low. Seeing the Macho Man documentary, it was crazy.
And I just got finished watching the Macho Man the hidden treasures. The treasures joint. They was trying to find his stuff.
Oh yeah.
They tried. I
ain't see that one.
They found the crown, but it was a fake joint.
Oh damn, yeah.
Mick Foley found the fucking Macho King crown.
Yeah.
Back to the warehouse. My man called Mick, was like, "Hey, yo, listen, this joint ain't official."
Oh damn.
I said, "Yo, that shit is funny, man."
Who did he get it from? Like when he was looking for it?
Collectors.
Yeah.
But he ain't had an official joint. My man from the warehouse was like, it could be a real Macho King crown, but it could have been the crown that he would wear for house shows.
Oh, but yeah.
He not even sure about that because he don't have a picture of the house show crown.
Because it was a house show.
He got pictures of the official crown, but the official crown had like how the mic got the little like the little shit around the joint edges.
Little like ridges or whatever.
It was like that around the crown, and then it had it.
Oh,
so
word.
It's not official. Like,
damn.
And it had screws in the back, like it was screwed in. The Macho crown wasn't built like that.
Oh, Mick was probably sick. Mm-hmm. He was sick. Now that's a good show. I saw the Undertaker one when he was going back and like trying to find his little shit.
Kane Jones, a couple of them motherfuckers. So I think Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch matches.
Yeah, I mean,
want to carry that.
Yeah, exactly. Becky gonna carry it, and they probably gonna have like some shenanigans, like be able to tell a good story. But like in ring, you could see like every spot that Trish has done, like every bump she's taken, it just looks bad.
I never been to Trish Stratus, man. That's why
me neither.
When Jay picked Trish to be in his stead, I was like, why?
Yeah.
Wow, I had a Canada team, and I
you didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I'm cool, like,
right?
Man,
Yeah, I mean, you could go down the list of women wrestlers that are better than her.
Yeah,
just
much better.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. But she is a big name. She was probably one of the bigger draws of her time. So it makes sense why they trying to bring her back and like capitalize on her and Lita being able to like I guess go one more time.
Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be a tag team match, but Liv got hurt. Yeah. So they did a 1-on-1, which I think Chelsea should have won because she had Sonya with her.
Yeah, right.
Like, it would have made better sense for her to win than.
Especially as heels, like you just Just go ahead and cheat. Like, you already know what you're supposed to do. But I guess they tell the story of, like...
Run back the return of Ronda and...
Yeah, right, Shayna. Which, yeah, you know that they gonna be set up to take the tag belts. Yeah, she slipped. How you come back from, like, how long she been away? She been gone for, like, 3 months.
They said they've been waiting, but one of them was... Who was hurt? Ronda?
I think Ronda was hurt. Yeah.
Everybody know he was hurt. Like,
yeah.
He wasn't waiting. He was hurt. Like,
she came back and busted her ass. Like, she slipped and fell on TV as soon as she came out.
I wonder if Raquel was, like, laughing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to laugh. There's no way that you can't laugh.
Like, Titus O'Neil can run down.
Yeah, my man.
Oh, you gotta laugh. What's going on? That shit. But, yeah, I think Chelsea Green should have won, and... I really don't think they're doing good with Chelsea Green. She's actually a good worker.
Yeah, she's good. She's funny, entertaining
too. Like, and she can work, but they going wrong with her. I'm kind of happy that and congratulations to Corey Graves and Carmella.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm happy Carmella got pregnant because she's another good worker that they don't really know what to do with.
Yeah, they used her good like a few times. I think the last time that I felt like she was legit and they really pushed her the right way was when she had a feud with Sasha Banks, and that was probably like 2 years ago at this point. But
longer than that,
might be. But that's the last time.
Gone for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this time just be flying. But I mean, yeah, she hasn't really made
women's champion over there.
Is she the women's champion? I thought she lost it.
She did?
Yeah, I thought she lost it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit! Well, that's news to me.
Yeah, I think she lost it, and then like she got a couple other matches like cooked up. But I mean, I think her contract in New Japan ended, and she kind of just.
I think she's gonna go to Impact.
Yeah, with Naomi or Trinity. Yeah, pardon me. I don't want to call her slave name. My bad. I didn't mean to, call her.
She having fun over there too.
Yeah, she could do whatever the fuck she wants.
Working again.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
Trinity. I'm even mad at you, baby.
They gave her a little bit of more twerk time.
I think she stated that in her contract. Like, I need like control over my character. Like,
right.
They gave it to her.
Gotta shake this ass on TV. All right. Should make money.
She do the rare view again.
Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it was Vince McMahon and them was like, "No, you can't do that because you can't hit people with your butt." And then
even Rikishi did.
Rikishi did that shit for years. But that was the Attitude Era, I guess. Yeah. Once you get into like the PG, they try to take everything away.
But what else was on Raw?
Yeah, I mentioned the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens stuff. I thought the promo was alright, but one thing that WWE be doing is like sometimes they be having like the same promos like over and over. I feel like Cody Rhodes. Exactly. His last 3 weeks been the same shit. Same shit. Brock Lesnar, my story is blah, whatever. I gotta overcome. I'm not afraid of you. Well, all right, cool.
Even though last night I kind of did like the promo better.
Yeah.
Because he kind of like, to me, buried Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he actually came up and he actually seemed like, okay, I'm not afraid of you. Like, I think I'm better than you, for real.
You the next big thing, you just next. Like that was fire, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hold you.
I give him that was a bar. That was a bar. That was good. But I mean, like, I'm not excited about that match. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good match.
I'm not excited,
but I'm not excited about it.
I don't think it's gonna be a good match. I like Cody. I like Cody. He works great. He's a great worker. But as far as Brock Lesnar goes, I just never been a fan of Brock Lesnar.
Like never, like even
I never been a fan of Brock Lesnar. Like
really,
I feel like he just won too much. Like beating the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like anybody know me, Undertaker and Sting stand at number 1 with me. And I was mad that he lost, but I wasn't mad that he lost. But I was mad about who he lost to.
Right.
It should have been Brock Lesnar. It should have been Roman Reigns.
It should have been Roman, yeah.
Should have been Roman.
Yeah, even if they did that, if they pulled that trigger when Roman was like, when people were booing Roman out the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Because they was automatically going to be the next stars in the line for WWE anyway. It was going to be Roman, Seth,
and Dean Ambrose, really, at the time.
Yeah, they fucked up with Dean.
Yeah,
but they fucked up with John Moxley. He was gone.
Yep.
After that WrestleMania joint with him and Brock.
Yeah.
Oh, he was done.
And he stuck it out too.
Because he pitched ideas and Brock was like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
Nigga, and then they really sided with Brock. Like, yeah, he don't have to do that. Like,
yeah.
John was done. He's like, you know what? I'm not Dean Ambrose no more. I'm John Moxley.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did well for himself because he's the man. He's the man in AEW.
He WWE money, and he got his wife out the situation.
Yep. So. Right, because she had her own frustrations with the whole situation too. Because, I mean, they have a lot more freedom.
They fucked Renee up to the point that she didn't even want to do wrestling no more.
Right. That's crazy.
I don't know what Tony Khan said to Renee, but he got her back.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell based off of what everybody said, like everybody who jumped ship from WWE and went to AEW, whenever you hear them on either the Sessions podcast or on anybody else's podcast talking about it, for the most part, most people, they're like, yo, you just have a lot more creative control in AEW. It's not as heavily scripted as WWE is, and you know, we feel like we could just be ourselves. And
Miro was one unhappy.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
AEW.
He could have went back to WWE for all that.
But not with Vince though, because Vince was fucking him over. You know what I mean? Vince was. But
I don't even know though, because Bray Wyatt's been released again. Yeah, he's going again, bro.
He got released for real?
Yeah, but breaking news here.
Oh wow, damn.
Bray is fucking gone. From the news, from the report I seen, it said WWE released Bray Wyatt, so he ain't coming back.
Yo, was that confirmed? Did Wrestle Talk do a video? If Wrestle Talk ain't do a video, then I don't know if that shit is legit, yo. Because you know people be posting bullshit.
Wrestle Talk even fucking is fucking done with Bray Wyatt. Fuck, man, like I don't know. If anything, I don't think Bray was ready to come back when he came back, because one, he was out of shape. He was balding at the top. I don't know what. I don't know. He probably got both dollars back, and he probably really wanted to be back.
Yeah, for sure.
Come back, because ain't nothing for him to do no more. So he's also going again. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't see nothing on the internet that says anything about him being released, but they saying there's some recent stories about like just updates on his status. And I mean, I don't know what the fuck they were doing with the whole Uncle Howdy storyline anyway. That shit dragged out for like
creative control to do the shit.
Yeah, it went nowhere though.
I think he should have brung in like an actual horror writer, and it would have been better. Like,
and also just like
I think it was just coming off from his mind,
and it wasn't really translating. And I think because he was trying to stretch this shit out for months, and he was just like, "Yo, y'all don't know who Uncle Howdy is. Y'all don't know who. I got this Wyatt faction that I'm gonna put together, but it's gonna take me like a year to put together. Like when you have as much information as they had on the internet or whatever, you have to be able to be like, yo, all right, we gotta keep this story moving every week." Just like the Bloodline story, it's been fire because like every week it moves forward, but all of that Bray stuff was corny.
Bobby dirty, man. He ain't getting no run. Match because of him.
Yep.
Stupid ass Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy win.
I don't get what they doing because like even before Bray Wyatt, Bobby had. I mean, it seemed like they was trying to do something big with him. He had a few with Brock Lesnar, and then they're just kind of like,
because Brock actually got pinned by Cody Rhodes,
right?
But you couldn't let my man Bobby pin you though. That's fucked up. Like Bobby, it's not like you taking a fall to some slack ass motherfucker.
Right. This is
Bobby works.
He works.
46 years old. He don't even look 46.
Honestly, if anything, that should be the person that Brock relates to the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big ass dude. They around the same age, right?
It's
UFC or MMA.
It's a joint on Instagram where at the Hall of Fame, the Usos is walking in with Rikishi. And Bobby Lashley is sitting in the front row, and they come in behind him. And Bobby did one of these doing like a double take. He see Rikishi, and he just stand up, dab him up, hug him and shit. Like, that's how far Bobby goes back. Like, he was wrestling when Rikishi was in come on, bro. Like, his sons wrestle now. Like,
Three of them. That's crazy. Come on, man. And they like in the main events. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Rikishi's his seed is the main guys. But yeah, I mean, Brock Lesnar probably would. I don't understand what the logic is.
Well, I'm not really looking forward to that match.
Nah. Like, fuck him.
I just want Cody to get done with this shit and move on to the next. Like, cause I'm interested in what Cody's doing, but not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, right.
So it's pissing me off. Like, when he did what he did, when he F5'd him and turned on him and shit. So I'm like, oh, so he's no longer happy Brock no more?
Right.
Why? Like, he's mad at Cody for losing? Is that why he's a heel again? Like,
right. It don't really make sense. But and the thing is, they tried to turn him heel when he had the match with Bobby, and then like they just scrapped it because like the way he won, he hit him with a low blow, and they never like finished telling that story, and then they just like turned him face again. It did.
That clearly showed that you couldn't beat my man.
Right. Like, and he still can't beat him because the match that they had before that, you know what I mean, Bobby beat him. So it's like,
that should be the person who beat Roman Reigns.
Bobby
Lashley.
I'd be with it. I would be 100% behind that.
I'm with two wrestlers, Bobby Lashley and Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That's the only two that I really want to see beat Roman Reigns, yo.
Like, if Jay gets that's perfect storytelling. That's good. Like, I would be 100% behind that. But, you know, Jay not going to be able to carry that title for long, though.
I don't know, because when you look at Jay look like a main eventer now, bro. He slimmed down. He cut himself out. He got the tats. Like, he really... And then the people was actually behind Jay. They behind Jay like they was behind Kofi.
Yeah.
Behind Big E. Like... I can see Jay holding that title down for a minute, yo.
Only thing about Kofi and Big E is both of those brothers, they only had that belt for a limited amount of time before Brock Lesnar came and F5'd them.
That's the thing. That's why I hate Brock Lesnar. Like,
right.
Like, he had to squash my man Kofi like that.
Every black champion, every black WWE champion that there's been, Brock Lesnar is the one. Vince calls his boy Brock to come and just F5 all the niggas and just get them out there just so he could take their belt and just bring it back to where it's supposed to be.
Started off with the black Canadian, The Rock. Like, I hate when motherfuckers don't acknowledge that they think Rock is over
Samoan and
Samoan and Canadian. Like, fucking Rocky Johnson was a black Canadian.
Yeah,
he's Canadian. He's a Canadian. What is it? African Canadian. Like, that's shit.
That's some shit.
He's not African American. Canadian.
But you know what? Now that you say that, The Rock has like some Canadian energy to him. Like, he got some Canada energy.
Yeah, he got like Canadian bacon. The Rock eat Canadian bacon. I'm sorry, Rock. Please though.
He eats slabs of it too. My man eats crazy. He be eating like 30 pounds of food. The
fucking main event Judgment Day versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
It was good.
I'm glad the Judgment Day won. I think Judgment Day should have won. But the only problem I got with that is I wish Damian Priest would have got the pin.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's all I asked for. Finn is okay. Finn is already a top superstar.
Yeah, they keep putting, like, Finn has been in in a bunch of big matches, but Damian is the one, like, he's the muscle who's really good in the ring. We talked about this last time, like, he's really good on the mic. Has a great voice.
I listened to Kevin Nash podcast, Click This.
Yeah.
Like, and he was talking about Damian Priest. His co-host brought him up, and then he was saying how, because you know Damian Priest always wear a lot of Scott Hall stuff. Drip stuff.
Yeah, right.
Scott Hall shit.
Yeah.
But he also wear a lot of Kevin Nash shit too.
Yeah, the leather.
He had the shit going down the side of his pants sometimes. So he he's a huge Outsiders fan.
Yeah.
And Kevin Nash was talking like nothing but good stuff about Boy.
Oh, that's a good look.
Great promo, main event looking guy, like.
That's good money.
He's an older guy too.
Yeah. He's been around.
So I think I said it on the podcast last week. I can see Damian Priest when he retired still being with the WWE and being a trainer.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, because he's a worker. He took care of Bad Bunny.
Yeah, and he trained him and he took care of him in the ring. That's something that you can't just look over.
Taking care of that shit pushed him right to the main event scene.
Because you valuable as shit. If you take the biggest music star in the world and you make him look good in the ring, like. You can't replace that.
For Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn though, I think they got beat the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bad look, like the Usos was the champions. They wasn't on no losing shit.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, I guess that's probably gonna end up being a storyline. Maybe they might use that. Maybe they're not gonna have those belts for that long.
I don't see them like. I'm not rocking with they tag team championship run. Like,
yeah,
it's not entertaining. It's not.
It was fine.
Just without the belts.
Exactly. The whole bloodline feud. They could do that without the belts.
Somebody said they could see Roman and Solo winning, and I was like, no.
That'd be corny.
No,
that'd be corny.
Roman don't even want to work
right
every week, like, and he gonna hold a tag.
And he don't need 3 belts, bro.
Those belts by itself is not his tag team.
Right, because he's not gonna be there.
Yeah, like this.
That's corny. I wouldn't mind if Imperium ends up winning. If Imperium, because it seems like they trying to set up Imperium. Judgment Day is a good option. Judgment
Priest deserves.
So Damian and Finn, you think should have it? Yeah.
Or do you think the Judgment Day need another member?
I mean, it seems like they might go in that direction, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they took one of the NXT cats.
I mean, now that you say that, you could go down the NXT card and see who can fit with them, but
yeah, like one of those other NXT UK cats, you know what I mean, might work. But it really just depends on whose character makes sense for it.
Yeah,
because
you gotta find somebody down there in the NXT roster that actually fits with the Judgment Day. Somebody that's on some dark shit. Like, all I can see is the bull Dijak, but he don't fit. Like, his character will fit with the Judgment Day, but him personally don't fit with the...
Even though him and Damian Priest, I mean, the two of those guys, like, they had some bangers in NXT.
And I don't like his look right now.
Yeah, Dijak? Yeah, me neither.
He looks weird.
I feel like all this time, like, he wasn't on TV. What happened?
Bronson Reed.
What about him?
Judgment Day. You see him in Judgment Day? That's like that monster. You got the big man.
Yeah. That wouldn't be bad actually.
Bronson Reed.
As long as he just came out and had a little bit of character. Yeah, right.
Just be there.
Right, just be like the scary dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too bad on that, but I mean they have enough. But like Dom is kind of like almost comedy, you know what I'm saying? You can't really take him too seriously.
Rhea Ripley's helping him win matches.
Yeah.
Another thing I ain't like either. They did the same thing last week on Raw with him and Xavier Woods and Rhea. That was the
exact same story, the same match, the same result. It's like, what we doing? But that's like classic WWE shit, man. They be repeating the same thing on the same exact show 2 weeks in a row and expect people to just like respond to it like it's fresh. But
SmackDown was Friday. That was a good show of bringing people out. And what you think about the Roman and the Usos and Solo and all that?
I mean, I'm glad Roman came back and push that story forward, because I was kind of like, wait, what we doing now?
See, that's why I've never lost interest in the story.
I was like, what we doing now?
Keep getting better.
But the thing is, like, I felt like it needed Roman to come and like say these things in front of the.
It was good having him on TV, because now people was like, man, I don't know, this joint kind of getting a little weak, and they don't know what they doing. Yes, they do. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Yes, they do. Oh, have you seen this? the reels that's going around with Roman Reigns music and people watching like wrestling?
Oh nah.
Oh man, you gotta do that joint. I want to actually do it on a podcast. Like that shit is hot. Like it's like somebody would be watching wrestling and Roman's in the fucking main event and it say like 2045 titles. And it's a count 1, 2, 3, and still the music dropped. And then the last joke I just seen, somebody was like, the boy was like an old man now. And he had like the shit up his nose. And he had the fucking, the shit in his mouth. He watched a wrestler and Roman won. And the motherfucker just ripped the shit out. And the shit was like,
he just offed himself.
I'm so sick of this shit. He just keep winning, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Nah, because you know that they trying to break the record. Yeah. They trying to go for the record. So.
How the Hulk Hogan name?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because what?
So how long was Bruno champion? Somebody told me he was champion for almost 3,000 days.
If that's it, then that's. I don't know if they got the patience for that. Yeah.
Because I was like, wait.
Let me see.
3,000 days. That's like 3 years, ain't it?
Bruno Sammartino record.
Huh? 10 years? They said,
bro. Yeah, that's a long ass time. If it's 8 years.
If Bruno had the championship for 10 years, bro, that's fucking wow.
It's like 8 years, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Cause I knew
2,803 days. So it was from May 17th of 1963 until January 18th of 1971, yeah.
Damn.
7 years, 9 months.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck that record. Fuck that record. Yeah, ain't nobody touching that.
Hey, he gonna be Hulk Hogan record.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only record.
Bruno record.
Fuck no.
I don't see no one wrestling champion for no damn 10 years.
That would be corny.
Dude.
Like imagine this shit if
I'd be really about to die. What the fuck?
It would take forever.
Yeah, like, yo.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The belt to my son's son is like that shit crazy, no.
Like Malia Obama is the president. Fucking geez.
Roman be old as fuck, bro. Like, how's he still winning? He's fucking.
It's Ric Flair's age and shit.
Fucking 72. He's still out here winning matches. Yeah,
bro. Man. That's a long ass time. I didn't realize it was that long of a record.
But I know he's gonna break Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they gonna do that. They gotta do that.
Hulk Hogan name.
Yeah. Stop bringing his old ass out, his old racist ass out during WrestleMania, so he can.
Hulk Hogan never beat the Undertaker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you talked about that last week. I did not realize that. That's real.
Motherfucker, that's a Hulkamaniac. Hulk Hogan this and Hulk Hogan that. Hulk Hogan's the GOAT. The GOAT never beat the fucking man, the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. When? Tell me.
No.
Because I can tell you all the times he beat Hogan. Even the last time they fought, that was for that undisputed title. And he was Big Evil. Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan to take that belt from him.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean.
That's the same little run when he drug him down the strip on the motorcycle.
Yeah, right.
Hulk was scared of him up. You see, you
had to tuck his chin. You always gotta tuck your chin, yo. That was a good time, though. That was a good time. Like Hulk and NWO overall, like it actually was a failure overall. NWO coming back to WWE, but Hulk had a nice little run.
Yeah, the NWO, the WWE's NWO was.
It was ass. It was ass.
Except for, I think when Booker T joined the WWE,
that shit was funny.
That shit had to be funny as shit.
Hell yeah! I'm just a Booker T. I'm not your sucker. And Kevin Nash broke and he started laughing on the joint.
He did that shit a couple times. He did the joint when he was when Kevin Nash was telling him like he NWO now you gotta come out to the NWO music. Like, hey, listen, Kevin, That ain't me, man. He actually broke X-Pac.
Yeah.
X-Pac do this shit right here. You know that shit. That ain't me, man.
Yo, Book was funny as shit. He was funny.
Book is my man. I remember watching his shit, and they was like, WWE bought WCW, man. Somebody asked Booker. They said, "So what you gonna do?" And Booker said he looked that person dead in the face, was like, "I'm going to WWE, man."
I'm saying.
I said, "Yeah, Book."
King Booker.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm waiting for Booker to slip up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he already had a slip up moment in what was it, like 92 or something? 92?
This shit was early.
But yeah.
Coming for you, nigga. Just look at his face, man. Jesus.
All right, we know what you said, baby.
He was like, yo, I just fucked up. I just fumbled the bag.
Mean G was like, well, all right, Steve.
He had to keep it moving, man. It was like, that was like the Kanye when he was like, George Bush does not care about black people, and Mike Myers is just like, that's all. All right, y'all. That shit was funny.
Yo. All right, so we gonna put you on blast. Marcely ain't watches the AEW this week, yo. He only watched part of it, so we really can't get into the AEW thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could, like, if there's anything you want to talk about, I guess you could spoil it.
Cassidy, when you think he gonna lose that title?
I mean, he's been on a nice run. He's been putting on some good ass matches, and I think it's crazy to see how much he works in AEW, because he would never work in WWE. It just wouldn't. Vince would never get behind him.
Do what he do.
Nah.
Definitely try to fuck that up.
Yeah. I told you I had a conversation with Bryce Remsburg, one of the referees from AEW, and he was saying that, like, because I asked him, I was like, do you think Orange Cassidy would ever be able to work in WWE? And pretty much he was saying absolutely not. Like, it just the way that they say that. And yeah, you could just look at him like, you look at his physique and you know that they wouldn't actually give him a mid-card title like this. But no, he's been on a good run, but the way that they do their mid-card championships is like they'll give somebody a couple months and then they'll just pass it on to the next person.
I don't know who if anybody that he wrestled with in this run, I would have wanted to see Buddy Matthews take it off him.
Yeah, Buddy they need to do something with him.
I like him in the House of Black.
He's good in the House of Black, but I think he needs to be able to, like, have some singles matches, and so people can really see what he's.
Yes, but
he be losing though. That's the thing. He never wins.
Just like fucking Dax from FTR. He had a lot of single matches.
Yeah.
Them Jones. Like,
yeah, and it's like you get to see how good they are, but you don't really like. It doesn't do anything for their stock or for
like that AEW had Dax and Cash wrestle each other.
Yeah, that was dope.
A lot of people didn't like it.
That was real dope.
I liked it because you could see how both of them work and then against each other.
Right, because they know each other really well, and you know they already got chemistry. I appreciate stuff like that because you know that they're two good in-ring workers. You know, if you have the opportunity, I thought that WWE was going to do it with the King of the Ring when they had Kofi and Xavier both in it.
Yeah,
I thought that I was like, that's a perfect opportunity to do something, and it's interesting because you know these guys are brothers, but it's going to be a good ass match. Yeah, you never get to see this, but they ain't let it happen.
It's drawn. WWE shit.
And Xavier ended up winning. Like, you could have let Kofi kind of put him over on the way to that. Like, if you knew he was gonna win.
All right, so want to get to this tag team thing?
Yeah, let's get to it. Because you brought it up on the IG.
It's a tag team tournament here, crowning new tag team champions of your promotion.
Okay.
So, now, you gotta follow along here. We got tag teams from the Attitude Era, and then you got we got 6 tag teams from the Attitude Era, 4 teams that we're going to call power teams, and then we got 6 teams that's honorable mentions that's going to get put in this tournament. And the way we're going to do it is I'll go first to tell you how I set my tournament up. But in the tag teams from the Attitude Era, you got Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, the New Age Outlaws, Too Cool, and the APA. Now you only can pick 4 teams from that Attitude Era tag teams. Then we got 4 power teams, meaning 2 like main event guys that got put together and became a power team. And you only can pick 2 teams from the power teams. Now the power teams is DX, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. The Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. The 2-man power trip, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. The Rock and Sock Connection, The Rock and Mankind. Then we got the honorable mention tag teams. And you can only pick 2 from there. You got TNA, Tess and Albert. The Hollies, Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly. The Headbangers, Marsh and Thrasher. Right to Censor, The Good Father.
Man, I hated that shit so much, bro. That shit was so trash. And you could tell that them niggas they hated that shit too. Godfather was cringing every second. And Val Venus, he was a porn star, and they made him fucking be a corny ass.
The Radicals.
Okay.
The only the 2 members of Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn.
Oh no, Chris Benoit.
No Chris Benoit.
No Eddie Guerrero. Oh come on, man.
The team of the Radicals that's representing the Radicals is Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn. And Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart.
Oh, I hate that. All right, I love Owen, but like Jeff Jarrett, man, I hate Jeff Jarrett.
My tournament bracket.
Hold up, real quick. Who was the 6 teams? You said Edge and Christian, the Hardys, Dudleys,
New Age Outlaws.
Oh, the Outlaws. All right, got you. And then Too Cool, APA, and then the power teams. You said DX, Taker and Kane, Power Trip, and Rock and Sock. And then you had TNA, the Hollies, Headbangers, Radicals, Jeff Jarrett, and Owen. Okay.
Right to censor.
Right to censor. Oh, man. I ain't even putting them shits down, yo. They suck.
Yeah. All right. My bracket was, and the first thing to start off, Edge and Christian versus the APA. The Dudley Boys versus the New Age Outlaws. And then, that was from my tag team from the Attitude teams. Then the 2 power teams I picked was the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane, and the 2-man power trip, Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Against and then when you pick them 2 power teams, you got to pick 2 teams from the honorable mention to put them 2 power teams against the 2 honorable mentions. So
okay.
I picked the Brothers of Destruction and I picked the 2-man power trip, and out of the honorable mention I had picked the Hollies, Crash and Hardcore Holly, and Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. So I had put the Brothers of Destruction against the Hollies and the 2-man power trip against Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. So round 1, Edge and Christian beat the APA. The Dudley Boys lost to the New Age Outlaws. So the New Age Outlaws against Edge and Christian now. And then the Brothers of Destruction versus the Hollies. The Brothers of Destruction won. They beat the Hollies.
Of course.
The 2-man power trip against Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. And the 2-man power trip lost to Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart.
It's crazy.
It was a 2-man power trip. They couldn't
work together. Okay.
So, so now you got And of course, brothers, like I said, brothers, they beat the Hollies. So that put the Brothers Destruction against Jeff and Owen Hart, and the New Age Outlaws against Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian beat the New Age Outlaws, and the Brothers Destruction lost to Jeff and Owen Hart.
It's crazy.
Which will put in the finals Edge and Christian versus
Jeff and Owen.
Jeff and Owen, and Edge and Christian, of course, beat Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart.
You fuck with Jeff Jarrett? You a big Jeff Jarrett fan?
I think Jeff is a good worker. I do.
Yeah, he's he cool.
I think I like his WWF run because he is up there with the Intercontinental Champions.
Yeah, he had some great runs.
Level with them,
and he's a great heel. He's a really good heel.
His WCW runs, it's kind of shitty to me because the Four Horsemen thing when he first came back, and he had the
stripe with around his neck,
like it didn't.
The little dominatrix joint.
Yeah, I ain't but I actually fucks with him when he came back and he was like slap nuts.
Yeah, that was there. Yeah,
he was just it was just at that Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff, the whole WCW. It was a sinking ship.
Yeah, it was a mess.
And he was the world champion, and I mean, I fucks with Jeff because Booker T's first title run, he beat Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett did the job for him.
Oh yeah.
And Jeff Jarrett, I seen an interview with Jeff Jarrett, and he so proud that he was the one that was the guy to do that for Booker because he deserved it. He was like one of the best workers in the back.
Yeah.
CW. He said it himself. So
okay, that
right there always put Jeff at I ain't gonna say he's like one of my top 5 or even top 10, but
probably
be in the top 20 somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I give him his props, especially now that you mentioned he put Booker over. You know what I mean? He good in the community. He good in our community, I guess.
And he was honored to do it.
Yeah, to be proud of it like that.
Yeah.
So that's positive energy.
What Booker at now, got his own wrestling school.
Right.
Got his own internet show and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still working on commentary, so that's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, I dig it. This really reminds me of like creating stories on video games. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm probably gonna do this wrong because like I was trying to follow along with everything, but if I had to pick my teams from the Attitude Era, I would have to pick the Hardys going up against the Edge and Christian. Just because that's such a rivalry that like it's a story that can never stop being told. You know what I'm saying? So you could have them in the first round. And I'm gonna have Edge and Christian win.
You gotta pick 2 more teams from the tag team, from the Attitude team.
And then I'll say the Dudleys and APA. Them two go at it. And so I'm gonna have the APA win that. The APA win, and then they have the two of those teams go up against each other in a no holds bar tag team match, right?
APA over, ain't you?
I'm gonna put APA over.
I fucking knew what you said. Hardcore.
I'm gonna put APA over. You know what I mean? The final spot is you know what I mean? Bradshaw clotheslining Christian off of a fucking, I don't know, off the announcer's table, and like Farouk doing his power slam, you know what I mean, through another table, and then getting the victory. And then you said with the power teams, you pick 2 power teams and then just pick 2 of the honorable mentions that to have them go against them.
Yeah.
All right, so picking Taker and Kane. And I'm picking Rock and Sock Connection. Yeah.
Fucking do it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Taker and Kane are gonna go against. They're gonna go against TNA.
easy win.
That's easy. Yeah. You know, some it's a bunch of big meaty dudes slapping meat. Pause. Pause. As in the words of Biggie. But then you have, I'll say, the Rock and Sock is gonna go up against your boys Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. That's gonna be a good one, but Rock and Sock is gonna go over. Yeah. And then I'll say Brothers of Destruction going up against Rock and Sock Connection. I mean, that's for headliners right there. I mean, that's a classic joint. And their match is gonna be a Hell in a Cell tag team match. And Brothers of Destruction go over. Okay. And the final spot, of course, Mankind getting choked through the table or off a table. You know what I mean? And then that's gonna leave The Rock all on his own. He's gonna try, but he's not gonna be able to get over Taker and Kane, and they double choke slam his ass and pin them both at the same time. So
the Brothers of Destruction versus the APA.
Versus the APA in the final. That's a hard hitting, just dudes fucking each other up, clotheslining each other crazy. And then Brothers of Destruction gonna go over, but it's gonna be a hard fought one. There's gonna be a lot of false counts, a lot of like close ones. You know what I mean? Even a couple like finishers. You know, APA gonna get their little double team finisher on Kane, but he gonna kick out. He gonna do the little Undertaker drawing. He gonna sit up and, you know what I mean? Hey, Brothers of Destruction win the belts.
All right, I got one more question. I seen this one. I just remember. All right, one of them gotta go. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, or Survivor Series. One of those pay-per-views.
SummerSlam.
Ah.
You not getting rid of the Royal Rumble. I think the Royal Rumble is like the most exciting. You not getting rid of WrestleMania. Like, you know.
SummerSlam though, Marcely.
Survive. So you know what? I'll say this. I'll say Survivor Series if it's been booked the way that it's been booked the last few years. So
it's not traditional Survivor Series.
If they brought it back to what it used to be, then I say you got to keep Survivor Series. But the way that they've been doing it is just like they stop all the storylines that have been being told, and then they just start all this.
I mean, Survivor Series wasn't even storylines like for River back in the day. It'd just be like
team captain, yeah.
And I mean, they put together a face team going against a heel.
Mm-hmm. And then the story just told itself. But now it's like the brand supremacy. Like, there's really no reason why they even fighting each other. You just like see SmackDown invade Raw, and then like people start beating them up.
For sure.
Yeah, I understand the logic. So I'll say you scrap Survivor Series unless you're booking it the way that it used to be.
You can't scrap
SummerSlam is a big deal.
Yeah. And SummerSlam's still good. Like,
it has been good. It's behind WrestleMania. That's like the second big.
SummerSlam is like on the road to Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it is. Even it's in a few months, but
before it's like the SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, I believe. Yeah. Survivor Series is always around like November or some shit. Mm-hmm. Well, it used to be.
Yeah. And then the Rumble's in like January, and SummerSlam in like August.
Survivor Series is something else.
Yeah, especially the way that they had it. I mean, I don't know if they said that they was doing King of the Ring again, but then they weren't. So I don't even know what they doing.
They itself too. They scrapped that for one night on Raw. Like,
you're right. It don't even mean nothing no more.
The King of the Ring died after Booker wasn't king no more.
Yeah, straight up. And Xavier tried to do something with it when he won a couple years ago, but
they wouldn't let him do it.
They wouldn't let him.
Because he would have been right up there with the best kings of the ring, but I think the best number one will always be Macho King.
Yeah.
And then Booker.
Right.
And then King Owen, King of Heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bret Hart as King of the Ring.
Right.
And other than that, nobody. Stone Cold won it. That's when he made the Austin
316, yeah.
He really ain't do no King of the Ring.
Yeah, he didn't really change his character.
I get a fist about the fucking King Mabel.
Oh yeah.
Able to spot, yo. King.
Oh yeah.
Like a fucking fat ass king.
Bro.
Yeah, people carrying him on his
dog. Them dudes, their shoulders were probably killing them. Cause he was like 500 pounds, dog.
Yo, I was one of the guys that carried King Mabel to the ring.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, I was one of the guys, and my shoulder's never been the same ever since. My shoulder's dead. It shit squashed me. But that, yo, speaking of Mabel, I forgot about when he went through that run as Viscera, and he was like, he had the one move when he was like humping people. He was 500 pounds, dog. Yeah, Big V. They tried to do the sexual chocolate thing, but it did not work.
I never understood why he wasn't Mabel no more. I know he went to the ministry.
Right.
Undertaker, like, renamed him and shit like that, but...
Yeah, you gotta turn him back.
I remember he was scared of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like, when he was Mabel and Men on the Mission.
Men on the Mission.
Oh,
it was just two big boys.
And he fired his man.
Yeah.
He went down in there. I don't know why they fired him and kept him. Like, that's always been weird to me.
Yeah.
Story on that.
Yeah, because he could move better than Viscera could, or than Mabel. It was a good team.
Tag team champion?
Yeah. I just remember it was these two fat dudes in shiny purple suits.
They was in the tag teams with the Smoking Guns, Body Donnas, Head Shrinkers, the Godwins.
Damn. It was even there was like some makeshift tag teams back then too. But yeah, that was.
I never understood why the Smoking Guns broke up. I know Bart got fired.
Yeah. I used to think that they was like real brothers too. For the longest time, I didn't know that they wasn't real brothers.
Wasn't brothers.
No. I was like, they got the same last name. Of course, they brothers. So I mean, you already know the call's coming. You know, once we get that ready.
So,
but
I guess we can head to the wrap up on this joint this week. We touched a lot of stuff. We talked about Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Bloodline. I think that's the most important wrestling story. In wrestling right now.
Yeah. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about, though, like I just want to touch base, and we could talk about it more in depth later on, like next week. But I wanted to. I was thinking about like your favorite wrestling video games. You know what I'm saying?
That's some homework, right?
That's something I want us to think about. Like think about our favorite wrestling video games, because man, I used to spend hours like creating my players, like creating my characters, dog. Like I'll put so much detail into that shit.
Yo,
so like I would not sleep on during the summertime.
I remember the one joint on one wrestling game where you can it was Xbox. It was on. I forget what's joint. That's why I gotta do my homework. But if you had Xbox, you can actually like download a song.
Yeah.
Onto that.
Dog.
Yo, that shit was hot.
Dog. Yeah, I remember being able to like upload your own song, and I would spend mad time on the entrance, dog. I would be just like hours just trying to make sure that shit was perfect. Yeah, hell no. Yeah, I'm trying to come out to fucking Rough Riders anthem, come out to whatever songs that I was like feeling at the time, like some old '90s hardcore shit.
Yo, it's a lot of wrestling. Yo. Oh man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I want to think about that, and also just like, so whenever you would get a wrestling game and you would create a player, like you would create a character, like what was your go-to, like what kind of wrestler would you make yourself?
I'd be like, I probably had to be on like the Damian Priest side.
Okay, so like an athletic big dude.
Yeah. That's yeah. That got like everything. Yeah, I can do everything.
Like power, but also he could do flips if he want to. yeah. I was like kind of like a Seth Rollins type of hybrid type of dude. You know what I mean? Just like an athletic dude, long hair and shit, had tights. But I used to spend so much time, bro. and honestly, I think that's like part of the reason why like I wanted to do creative shit, because I used to feel so creative, and like once I got it, I was like, yo, it's like the same feeling as like when you writing a joke and you figure it out, and it's like, that's the right wording, this is the right like cadence, this is the way that I got to deliver that shit. I used to feel so accomplished with my creative players, dog.
The joints when you had to like build your own brand.
Yeah.
And like they'll show like the match ratings and like the stock going up and who stock going down, and that was a good joint.
Right.
Like, cause you actually made like main event stars and shit.
Yeah, and it really makes you think about it too. Like it makes you think about like the business aspect of it, and like who would draw money and like all that stuff. That is a real cool addition that they added to the video games. But that's definitely something that we could get into a little bit more in depth to. You know what I mean?
That's a good job.
Hell yeah.
Do your homework. So we talked some wrestling today, boy.
Yeah, we talked.
We hit some all the points I think people are talking about right now. Our other co-host Jay was not here to do his throwback topic of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even going to attempt to do it because we probably would have been here for like another hour or two.
Yeah, just trying to work through that shit.
Yeah. So until next week, we talk wrestling. I'm Dell Gold.
I'm Marcely.
We out of here.
We out of here.